So I just want to say on behalf of the whole airport family how incredibly excited we are to host this moment, which is really so extraordinary. And I think it ought to be said that the airport that we're now standing in was actually initially planned to begin construction immediately following the 2002 Olympics, but events intervened twice, as a matter of fact. But here we are, a brand new airport ready to welcome the world to Salt Lake and Utah for the 2034 Olympics. And while the deal isn't quite done, I'm pretty confident that we're going to get some good news later this week. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the CEO of the Salt Lake, Utah Olympic Committee, Fraser Bullock. Fraser?
I'm confused from that.
Thanks, Bill. What's amazing about the games is everybody wants to be part of it and wants to help. I'm just looking at this cookie. It's got the snowflake from 2002. I'm looking at this display here, and I'm going to tell you a secret that Bill gave me permission to do, is that on July 24th, early in the morning, right after hopefully we get a positive vote for the Games Award, you know that sign underneath the Hoberman Arch that says host of the 2002 Olympic Winter Games? Guess what it's going to say? 2002 and 2034. So there we go. Everybody is just joining in and being part of it. And the key thing I want to say is thank you, Team Utah. It takes everybody to make this work. The governor, who's so supportive, Mayor Mendenhall, we've got Stuart Adams, and Mike Schultz is around here somewhere. Oh, there, you snuck in on me. And you just think of that support that we have, and then the public and everybody else. It takes everybody coming together in one team to make this happen, and that is Team Utah. So when we go to Paris, we're representing Utah. We're representing all of you, and we're so excited to do that, to show the best of who we are, to show the best of the Utah people and what they stand for and how they're the best volunteers, in my opinion, in the world. The great venues, the great mountains, we get to show all of that to the world in 2 days. We're so excited about that. We're grateful to all those who have helped. We're grateful for you being here. And I want to talk about our athletes. One of the great things that the Olympics does, it brings unity, people together under the umbrella of sport. And we're inspired by these wonderful athletes and what they've done or what they will do or doing or preparing for. We have 3 of our young athletes who are going with us, who are going to be featured in our presentation to the IOC, who are aspiring athletes. And we've got, obviously, our wonderful Olympic champion, Derek Parra, who's going to be part of it. And when we look at the inspirational examples that they provide to us, how we can achieve more, it's like we go back to '02, light the fire within. They inspire us because we see, wow, they can do this. Maybe I can do something better. And so with that notion of light the fire within, I'd like to turn it over, first of all, to Derek Parra and then to Orson Colby. And then after that, we'll have our good governor speak to us.
Thank you, Fraser. I didn't know how inspired I'd be or how nervous I'd be or excited I'd be. Even walking in today and then hearing your words, you just lit the flame right now. So I'm getting a little emotional. I am so excited for this trip, for the announcement to potentially have a games here again. It's been 22 years. I wasn't part of the process before the '02 games, but I definitely enjoyed the games, and Utah is my home now. The people here are incredible, and I've been very fortunate to be part of the Olympic Legacy Foundation, which has maintained these facilities, been part of the sport movement here with organizations like the YSA, granting wishes and dreams for kids that have a dream, that want to go out there and try something new or expose these sports that they may have not been exposed to otherwise. Seeing young athletes every day in our facilities dreaming, living and starting their journeys. And this is a great journey now, going to Paris and just I've been telling stories, or we've been telling stories about the games in '02 for 22 years now, and I am so excited to hear the stories that will be coming from these athletes that are sitting here, athletes that are around our venues or around the country, where in a couple of days, if we hear that announcement that the games will be here in Salt Lake City in 2034, what they will be thinking, what is going on in their hearts and their minds. Is it ignited like it was for me, that spirit ignited where I couldn't believe the games were going to be in our home country and that I had an opportunity to compete for my country. It is so overwhelming. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but to think back of what it means to be an Olympian and the journey and what it meant to me in my life and the people that I've met and all the people that are here right now in front of me and all around this state who have worked so hard over the years to get here. We're at the Priest. We're going to the start line. We're waiting for that announcement. I'm super excited. You're going to hear some other young athlete that's coming up. But thank you for everybody. That's all their hard work. We're almost there. I'm so excited. The communities that we've built over the years here, seeing the young athletes and our future here in Utah, it's been amazing. So I'll stop right there. I want to invite Mr. Colby up here to come up and talk. Thank you.
I'd first like to thank Fraser for giving me this opportunity to come up here, and especially for YSA for inviting me on this amazing opportunity and trip. I can't even really express the nervousness and the excitement I'm getting today. And just kind of the whole fact of bringing the 2034 games here in Utah and Salt Lake City would be such an amazing thing. I mean, we had the whole talk about the kids who are 10 right now and then aspiring to be athletes, and Fraser kind of gave that idea that 10 years from now, these kids are going to be this prime age, and people my age, I'm currently 18, and people who are going to be in their 20s will also be like prime age for this sport. And just the opportunities they'll be given for those games, just prime ages back on hometown track or even from out of country. And getting the experience, I went and competed at the 2024 Youth Olympic Games in South Korea, Gangwon, and I got that opportunity to experience the opening ceremony, getting to meet all these people from all the other countries. And it was just so emotional, like just getting to meet so many new faces around the world. And it's just an amazing experience. And getting to experience that again would be such an opportunity, especially on the Olympic Games level. And I'm so excited to go to Paris here with everyone, and the opportunity to go see this area and just new faces. And I'm so excited to meet all these new people here and people going with the delegation. And I just can't express anything more and just how thankful I am for YSA for giving me the opportunity on this trip. And I'll leave it there. Great, thank you.
Thank you, Colby and Derek, for those inspiring words. Thank you for showing us the way athletes can be and should be. We're excited. I want to thank Fraser for his leadership. Catherine Rainey Norman, who is already over in Paris, paving the way, getting everything ready for us, and the entire team, Mayor Mendenhall, who's been such a great partner through all of this. President Adams and Speaker Schultz, thank you for your leadership as well. We have some other legislators out there who have been so involved in all of this. Look, I realized the other day something that really important. There's no application, there's nothing official to become an Olympic hopeful. So I've been telling people that I'm an Olympic hopeful. And this is the closest I will ever get to wearing Team USA gear in real life. Now, I'm not athletic enough to ever compete in the Olympics. I get that. But on this trip, we're all part of Team USA, which is truly incredible. I've shared this many times, but our country and our world right now desperately need something to bring us together. And over the next 2 weeks, we're going to see that happen, the way the sport can bring people together. I will never forget, we had just moved back to Utah. I just graduated from law school in Virginia. We just come back. We couldn't afford to go to any events. So my wife and I just walked around downtown Salt Lake City in the cold because we wanted to feel that thing. And everywhere we walked, we heard people speaking languages that we didn't understand, and yet we were all smiling at each other. We were taking this in together. There was a sense of community. I haven't felt that feeling since that time. I'm excited to feel it again in Paris, but I can't wait for Utah to host the games again in 2034 so that we can show the world, again, as Fraser said, the very best of Utah, the very best in the United States of America. I always like to remind people, yes, it's Salt Lake City's games, it's Utah's games, and that's where our mindset is. But these games in 2034 are the USA games. We get to represent the United States of America to the world. That's special. It's a privilege, but it's also a burden. And I hope we feel that burden. That while we're celebrating, this is all very exciting, and I can't wait for it. Once we sign those documents, it gets real. Right? It's not just about talking about something that's in theory going to happen, something we're celebrating. Now we have to do the work. And that means all of us pulling together to make this state the best possible version of itself over the next 10 years. That's going to take Republicans and Democrats working together. It's going to take mayors and legislators and governors working together. It's going to take lots of different cities working together, law enforcement from all kinds of different agencies working together to keep us safe. It's a tremendous puzzle that we have to put together. But I know we can do it. I know we can do it because we have the very best people on earth right here in the state of Utah. We're so proud of you. Thank you for everything you've done to get us to this point. I know there's been ups and downs. Even just the past week, there's been some ups and downs. It's been a bumpy ride, but we're prepared to give the best presentation possible. We're excited for that vote. We're confident that the IOC is going to vote in favor of Salt Lake City and Utah in 2034, and we're going to make you proud. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks, everyone.
What a wonderful thing to be here at this moment after all these years and all of this preparation. What has been in our sails is the great legacy from 2002. And it's a legacy that we live and breathe every day as Utahns. And I see it and I'm inspired by it when I see commuters hopping on a TRAX line, when I see those train cars full, when I talk to a young college student who can't wait for the ski season to start because they're an Olympic hopeful, when there's kids and their parents out on the ice at the Oval, and when I drive past Hoberman Arch, the Olympics are who we are. And this is our moment. Salt Lake City and Utah, we are ready for this. We're ready to put that new foot forward. The legacy is tremendous, and we are not the same as we were in 2002. We have more beauty to offer. We're a more welcoming community than even ever before. Yes, infrastructure's there, the facilities are ready, but the people of Utah are ready. We're gonna do our best and be humble as we do what we can to make Utah proud. This is a beautiful moment, and the state of Utah and Salt Lakers are ready for this. Good job to all of you, and thank you for trusting us to go put that best foot forward. Now we have something that actually is a cake. It may not look like a cake, but we're going to cut it, and I hope you're going to help us eat it. So can I have everybody who's part of our team delegation come up, and we're going to get a picture with the cake. And then, Governor, I think you should cut into this ski slope. Okay, come on up.